Hi everyone, c'est moi, Kine. Alright, this is a new wig styling tutorial, and okay, I know this hair that I'm wearing is kind of out of control. This is two wigs stacked together. Listen, I was sort of going for like a 60s inspired look, sort of like a beehive, but not an updo, so I wanted like huge bump of hair at the top and for it to just be bone straight down. To give you an idea of how much hair this is, like if I bring this forward, I just look like I'm being completely swallowed up in hair. I've had lots of requests to do this sort of like Lana Del Rey inspired style. Tell me I'm your national anthem. This is my interpretation of it at least. So if you want to see how I did it, then just keep watching. Hi guys, okay, so this is the wig that I'm starting out with today. I have worn her many times before. I've actually got two of the same wig. We're gonna have to straighten this out, comb out all of the teasing and the rattiness, which is gonna be a challenge, but it's definitely gonna be possible. I'll separate like the top half of the hair. You can actually start the detangling process while it's dry like this before you even get the steamer going. And the longer you do this and the more knots you get out, the faster it's gonna be when you're steaming it. So just get it started. And I love these brushes, these, I think some people have called them the wet dry brushes, because if you take a comb like this, like it just won't go through the hair. But a brush like this with these very small sort of bendy bristles is not gonna tear through the knots, it's just gonna slide right over them. So it's really gentle on the hair. I really like these brushes. So it's gonna go really frizzy and you won't even really be able to see the curls anymore once you've brushed it so many times. But that's sort of what you want. Now that I feel it's time to use the steamer, I'm still gonna section this even more because this is too much hair still. I'll take this and I'll put this up there. Take another section. I'll put this up there. Right. We're gonna get that steamer and run it over the hair. Brush it some more. You'll see new knots that you weren't able to see before. And you're gonna wanna brush through that. Steam again. So now, once the hair is really nice and straight, I kind of put that off to the side, like there, up in the front, and then let down another section, and repeat. This is the second wig that I have, and this is the identical cut and color and everything, although this one has been through it a little bit much. Like, if you notice, there's a huge hole in the lace here, because I've been not as gentle as I should have been with this wig, so I'm not going to use this for my base wig. I'm going to stack this one on top. So my idea is to stack them like this and just get lots of volume back there. So first things first, I'm gonna section away about 1 inch of hair that's on the hairline so that I can lay that down at the end. Okay. Now I'm gonna take some of this hair on top and I'm gonna start the teasing process. So I've got my little brush and I'm gonna tease away from the face in that direction. So just like that. So lots of this hair up here, you actually won't even really see because lots of the hair on the top is going to be covered by the wig that we're going to stack. But I'm still teasing just as if I wasn't stacking a second wig because all this teasing is just going to act as a cushion, as a bump to lift the second wig up. And then when you reach more of the back, like here down, you don't have to tease nearly as much because you can just kind of let that be long and sleeker instead of giving it so much volume back there. So you can slowly sort of start to lighten up on the aggression of the teasing that you're doing. I'll even keep those back couple strands and do nothing with them at all. So to give you an idea, like here's the back hair, and like if you lift that up, there are these strands that I've done just absolutely nothing to at all. Right, most of the teasing and the majority of the bump is up top. Right, let's lift that up. Ooh. Let's figure out where we're gonna stack this wig. I think I'm gonna place the lace, like the hairline, right here. So I haven't bothered smoothing this teasing out yet because I'm gonna cover it all up. Right here is just 1 inch or 2 above the hairline of the space wig, maybe 1.5 inches. And I'm gonna place the center of the hairline of my stacked wig right on there. All right, I'm gonna hold that in place with a pin. And I'm gonna go get my sewing box so I can sew this in place. Right, so you want to lay the hairline in a line like that. And then if you can kind of explore this jungle of hair, here's the back of the top wig. Wherever that falls, I'll pin that in and I'll sew some threads there. I've shown you guys previously that you can stack your wigs by sewing all around them, but since sewing is such a strong method of attaching wigs together, like the wigs are not gonna come apart if you sew them together. You don't even really have to sew them all around 360 degrees around the hairline. You can get away with just sewing them in a couple anchor spots. Definitely the front and the back, so that when you're throwing it around, the back doesn't flip up. But yeah, I'm gonna sew between these 3 yellow pins, and I'll just also anchor down the back. Comme ça. And then just using my curved needle to pick up the bottom wig, anchor it into that. Really make sure you pierce it through both. And then I'm just stitching like 1 centimeter apart. Twist the thread around the needle, pull it through to knot it, And at that spot in the back, I can't even see where the wig cap is now, but I'm just gonna dig my curved needle deep enough so that I'm confident I've picked up the cap of both wigs, and then just give it a couple of stitches. All right, now I've got a huge lion's mane of hair that I have to tame somehow. Let's smooth out some of that teasing. This is how it's looking, and I did not tease the top wig at all. I only teased the base wig, and I've already got tons of volume. Should I tease the top wig even at all? Let's do it, why not? So I'm only teasing the top where my big bang would be because I really want that super high dramatic bang. But I won't tease the entire way because that is just going to be a little bit too big and not what I want. And I do want all of this luscious smooth length in the back. So I don't want to change that. I'm only going to tease the front couple of inches of our stacked wig. Right? I know it looks messy and like you can't really see what I'm doing, but to be honest with you guys, I can't really see what I'm doing either. That's just the nature of this kind of animal. Let's review. I've teased this top wig, so I'm gonna start smoothing her down. So brushing back away from the face, and then brushing the ends down. So then this is where you get a sense of the style. It's all in the way you brush it out and smooth it out. This is where you can shape how you want the hair to lie and if you want there to be a bang, swooping down on your forehead or not. And so this is how it's shaping out to look. And I could do a center part if I want to. I could sort of take this shape and form it that way. Or I could do a side part, whatever you decide. You kind of just force the hair that way. Well, not force, you just gently guide the hair that way. And you help it along its way using hairspray and blow dryer and alligator clips to help it keep its shape. I think I'm gonna do a side part, so starting here, all of this hair I'm brushing up and then down that way. And then this hair, I'm brushing out and then down this way. Then any hair here, you kind of have to make a judgment where it should fall. So you can make a nice neat part like that. Let's lock that in with a little bit of hairspray. You probably can't tell, but I'm being very soft here. Just gently gliding over the hair. Okay, now let's do the finishing touches, laying down this front hair. Start here, give it a little tease. Don't tease it crazy. Just be gentle with it. Teasing it at the root like that. Next section, take it, tease it just ever so slightly at the root. And see how that sort of already has some lift? That's perfect, that's exactly what we want. One more time, pushing it all towards the root. Okay, this is where I make the part. hold this part right here. So now let's do this bit at the side of the ear. Okay? So I brushing it up like that into the hair. And I'll use some hairspray. Maybe we want to lock her in place. Just a little bit. And then I have my hand there and I start brushing it down. And it should look like that. And maybe we want to lock it in place with a couple of pins strategically placed. I like to make it so that the concavity, the curve, is going inwards on the hair because this hair is curving inwards. All right, so then this section, we're gonna brush it up and out that way. Okay, so brushing her up. Maybe I want to put a little bit of hairspray. Maybe I want to blow dry it a little bit. Freeze that in place. And then maybe I want to put my hand here. And then brush the ends. I'm making a reference that I don't think anybody on this planet will get. I used to have a yoga teacher. All our classes would be like, and then maybe we're gonna want to put our hands down here. And then for some of us, if we feel we're ready, we're gonna bend our hands forward like that. And then we're gonna go into downward dog. And maybe, just maybe, if you guys feel like it, you can try this variation. Yeah, so maybe we're gonna brush the ends that way. All right, and then you can use a couple of pins like that. And I'm doing it right at the top where I would want that bang to kind of fold and move. And I'll spray the hair with that. Finally, turn that wig around, inspect the back, see if you like the way it looks. If you want, you can go back in with a steamer and steam things straight, but I'm really pleased with the way this looks. Everything is really bone straight, exactly how I wanted it. And then here's the finished wig. Let me take these clips out so you can really get into it. There's really no point in hairspraying the whole wig, just hairspray from here up. That's the beautiful thing with working with this long, straight hair. It can just dance around at the bottom. All right, guys, I'm gonna get into drag and I'll show you what it looks like on my head. Et voila! So this is the finished look, you guys. It is huge. This is not really the hair I would normally wear. I tend to like to be able to toss my hair around a little bit more, but this I feel I just have to stand completely still, and I feel very executive businesswoman, like you're fired. Angela, get me my coffee now. Then again, imagine me in a white dress and a white headband in my head. I would be like, my pussy tastes like Pepsi Cola. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this and that you learned something cool. If you did, be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. All my social medias are onlinekine, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you do try this tutorial out, be sure to tag me. I'd love to see your pictures. Here are some pictures of some artists who have tagged me in their work following my tutorials, recreating some of my looks. I really, really appreciate the tags. Thank you so much. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the look and what you think I should do next. But until I see you guys next time, I hope you're all doing well. Bye!